This podcast is for a mature audience and may be viewed as inappropriate or insensitive to some. Listener discretion is advised. The intention is to share conversation of like and unlike-minded individuals as they try to be the best them they can be in a life full of challenges, searching for love, acceptance, and positivity. Call 669-241-1422 and share yourself or catch up with SweetBaby Jay for an anonymous face-to-face interview. Feel free to call in with questions, stories, thoughts, or anything you would love to talk about and share. Nothing is off the table when talking sweet with SweetBaby Jay at 669-241-1422.
Let me drink my Crown Apple.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, gents and ladies, once again, you are here talking sweet with SweetBaby Jay. As always, a no face, no case scenario where we give the opportunity to our great guests to share their identity or not. Young lady, would you like to share your identity or not?
Not. Let's keep it anonymous.
Oh, my kind of girl.
That's fun.
My kind of girl. We're going to talk about some things today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay. From what I understand, you have had some work done.
Yes, some plastic surgery.
Oh.
Nip tuck.
A little nip tuck? Is it anything like they say on the TV shows and all that madness, or all the mistakes that could happen, or...
I mean, yeah, absolutely. What I had done is a major surgery. So, yeah, there's lots of risk of complications, and there's also a lot of reward as long as everything goes right.
What was the reward for you?
The reward was personal satisfaction in terms of how I wanted to look and feel. And I would say confidence, a little like confidence boost as well. Was
it worth the risk?
Was it worth the risk? Yes. Yes. For me, in my situation, yes. I think what I recommend for anybody, no, I think you have to assess your lifestyle and the things you want and make that decision for yourself. But for me, yes, it was.
What were the risks that you encountered or that could have been possible? What were some of the risks that you could have been facing?
Well, with any surgery, not just cosmetic surgery, you risk infection, you risk death, you risk complications, post-op complications like fluid buildup, just stitches opening, things not being symmetrical. It's a really long list.
Did you face any of these, or did any of these things happen?
Mm-hmm. So I had something called a seroma, which is really common for my procedure for surgeries in general. It's when there's excess fluid. Anytime there's trauma, surgical trauma to the body, your body produces fluid. And a lot of times you have drains, depending on your surgeon, to help with these fluids, to help them get out of your body. But after my procedure, I didn't have any drains, and I had a lot of excess fluid, and it turned into a seroma. So sometimes with seromas, your body just reabsorbs it, or sometimes they have to go back and doctors have to go back and drain it, like with a syringe or just with another incision and have the fluids come out.
Sounds
In my situation, I had to have it opened again and drained by the doctors.
So I know a lot of people go out of the country to get these procedures done. Dominican Republic, Colombia, Costa Rica. Is that what you did?
Yes, I did. I did travel. I went to the Dominican Republic. I did have consultations in a lot of different places. I had a consultation in Texas. I had a consultation in Colombia. I had a consultation in Miami and several in New York. I didn't have a consultation in the Dominican Republic before I made the decision. I just had a virtual consultation, but all the other ones were in person, even the one in Colombia.
You were comfortable with a virtual consultation?
After the many in-person consultations that I had, yes, because I was familiar with the way the conversation goes and what to expect. And at that point, yes, I was comfortable with the virtual one. Only because I had done other ones.
What made you comfortable with the virtual one as opposed to the ones that you did in person?
I had been hearing the same things, a lot of the same things from different doctors as far as what would need to be done for my situation. And they all were saying the same thing. So after I got the virtual consultation, and again, the doctor said the same thing that the others had said, or some of the others had said, I felt comfortable. It sounded familiar. I had done my research. I knew that the doctor I was choosing was board certified. At that point, it was just about the aesthetic. Different doctors have a different aesthetic, and I wanted to go with the doctor in Dominican Republic.
So you saw some of his work, and how does that go? Because it's not like a BMW or a Benz, or is it?
Yeah, I'm more like a Porsche.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But
no, you're not. You better stop it, girl.
It is your physical work. So you want to go with the doctor that has, for me, okay, let me back up. I chose her because I got my breast done. I don't think we have said that yet. So I chose her because she loves doing breasts. On her socials, like her Instagram and website, she has a lot of examples of breast work. So some doctors specialize in rhinoplasty or BBL, Brazilian butt lift, or liposuction or facelift. She specializes in breasts. And that's what I wanted to have done. So that's why I went with her. And then there's a certain way that she does them that I really like. I like the way her incisions were, the way the scar looks, the way the scar seems to heal on all of her patients. That's what drew me to her.
So what else did you have done other than your breast? Wait, first let's say this. What did you have done to your breast? And also what else did you have done?
I got a breast reduction and lift and breast implant. And then I also got liposuction. So
you had a reduction and implants?
Yes.
So you deflated the tires to fill them back up?
So think of it as like if you had a tooth, right? And it was bothering you because it grew in wrong or it didn't grow in the way that you wanted to. Yeah. And so you remove the tooth, but now you have a space. And so what would you do? You would get an implant, right?
Ah, okay.
Because you want it to look a certain way.
Ah.
So it's about the aesthetic. It's about the look of it.
Okay. I feel you. And you said lipo?
Liposuction, yes.
Where'd you have the lipo done at?
My waist, I guess, my stomach, and my back.
Okay. I know there's a procedure that they take fat from one part of your body and put it in another. Did you have anything of that done, or they just suck it out?
They just sucked it out.
What do they do with it when they suck it out? What do they do with that?
Yeah, it's now on your French fries. That's the coating to your fries.
Ugh. Oh my God.
That's how
That's how the fries taste good?
That's how the fries taste good, yeah.
So you had the lipo, you had the breast reduction and implants.
Yes.
Are you comfortable with where you're at now?
Yes.
Do you see yourself getting anything else done?
I may remove the implant in a few years.
Why?
Because I don't know, supposedly these now with this technology or these new implants, you don't have to remove them every 10 years. But I know that's how it was in the past. And I don't know. I just don't want to have to worry about it when I'm, say, 60 or 70. I think I would just feel comfortable removing them somewhere along the line just so that.
So why'd you get them in the
first place? I don't have to worry about it. To enjoy them now.
Okay. You raise a good point because I see a lot of women that have their butts done, their breasts done. They have all this work done and they look great, some of them right now. But I cannot imagine a 72-year-old with this fatty. And is that how it's going to be? Like the butt is going to be looking 38 while you're 72?
I hope so.
I bet. I bet.
I hope so. But I just don't want to have to worry about having surgery. So there's a lot of, you have to rest, and it's like an invasion on your body. And I don't want to have to deal with that when I am a woman of a certain age.
Okay. Do you have any children?
I just don't think it's safe. No, I don't.
Wow. So with getting your breast done, is that something that you considered that eventually one day you may have children and your breasts or your body might change and then you might have to do the surgery again or do even having these implants affect breastfeeding and things like that?
Yeah, so that was something that was a major part of my decision and one of the reasons why I took so long to do it. I knew that I wanted to do it from a very long time ago. I developed my breasts at a really young age. I've always been super curvy and I've always known, but I just was thinking maybe I'll wait till I have children. Fast forward, I'm in my 30s now and I don't have any children, and I just feel like now is the time. These kids gonna get whatever breast I give them, and it's gonna be okay.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. Are you dating anyone right now?
A little bit.
A little bit here, a little bit there?
Yeah.
So did you know this person before you had the work done, or is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they experience a difference, or do you feel differently when you're being intimate with this person because of how your body looks now?
Fortunately, there's not a big difference. He was very supportive in my post-op care and my recovery. And I think he was attracted to me before. I'm pretty sure he's attracted to me before. And my decision to do it was a decision I had made before I even met him. so that didn't impact it. Yeah, I think it's been fine. I don't think that there's a difference in if he's greater, like more attracted to me or less attracted to me. I think it's about the same.
So were you someone that would get undressed in the dark or cover your body, and were you ashamed or embarrassed or not secure within your body before?
I definitely had some insecurities before, but I wouldn't say I would cover it. Like, what do you mean? Like when I'm intimate with a partner?
Well, I've seen in my days before marriage. Gotta cover.
Okay. Yeah, clear that up.
Gotta clear that up real quick. But in my days before marriage, there was some young ladies that would cover themselves when they got undressed, cover their breasts, or would only get undressed in the dark, or they weren't really comfortable in showing their body. Was that the case for you? And has that confidence grown for you if that was the case?
I think at a really young age, maybe 19 or something like that, I did have some insecurities. When I first was with my partner, I was less confident. As I got older, that stopped. I became more confident, and that wasn't a problem. But now, I think it's about the same. I think in my mind, I knew that I was going to get this surgery, so it's just kind of like, now this is what I wanted. This is what it should be. That's what it feels like.
Do you find yourself looking in the mirror a lot more?
I don't actually, no.
No?
Because I'm a very similar size to where I started. It's just a different shape, if that makes sense.
I've seen women that have had work done, like they've had their butts done, and it looks weird.
You've seen women who had work in what?
That have had their butts done, and it looks weird. Their butts look like they're handlebars or something like that.
Well, there's a lot of different techniques, and like I said, it depends on your doctor. It depends on your body type. Some people get fat grafting, that we were talking about. You get liposuction, and then you have the fat transferred to somewhere else. Some people get implants, and that's a whole different ballgame. Some people get shot or fillers, and that creates a different shape. So
I've seen also a lot of people get things done that were incredibly hazardous to their health, shots or whatever. People uncertified people doing things in garages and things like that. How are you so comfortable that this person in another country, well, other than them, what they posted on social media and everything, how can you do a background check on who's doing the work?
So there's different ways you can use their website. Every country has, well, a lot of countries, especially the countries who are popular for medical tourism, Colombia and Dominican Republic and Mexico. You can search online and make sure that your doctor is board certified. That's going to be your number one task during your research, making sure that this person is certified and licensed to perform. Then you're going to speak to other women patients. They have forums. There's a whole community of women or people in general who have had plastic surgery, and they offer their support and information and references, and you just dive into the community and do your research, speak to real people.
So this is called medical tourism?
Yes.
Damn. So I've done episodes on sex tourism. Now there's medical tourism. Woo.
Yeah.
How many different times did you go to DR? Or how many times did you go to Colombia or these other places before you actually felt comfortable?
I had never been to DR. Well, I'm lying. I had never been to a doctor in DR for a consultation before I went. So I had been to the Dominican Republic, but it was for vacation. And I had been to Colombia, and that was also for vacation. But a friend of mine who's Colombian had taken me to a plastic surgeon there, and I just had a consultation, and he actually wanted to do a tummy tuck, the surgeon there. And I didn't think that I needed a tummy tuck, and that was the first that I had heard. So let me also add that I had always been curvy, and I lost weight, and so then I had some extra skin. Or, I don't know, he said I had extra skin and that the liposuction wouldn't look good on me. But other doctors, like the doctors here, said that the liposuction would be fine. And the doctor in the Dominican Republic told me that the liposuction would be fine. So I guess which is also why it's really important to do your research. And I got the liposuction and it was fine. It is fine.
So you said that one doctor told you that it wouldn't look good. And then you got...
So one doctor, the Colombian doctor told me that he recommended I do a tummy tuck, which is technically called abdominoplasty, and it's where they tighten the muscles in your abdominals, and most times they do liposuction as well, and they give you a new belly button and pull the skin down and sew it like across from hip to hip. which is this really intense and invasive procedure. And I knew that I was already going to be doing my breast. And again, I don't have children. I just felt like that was just going to be a lot on my body at once, for one. And then also kind of just premature. I don't have any children and I don't want to disrupt anyone in my womb or where I'm going to carry.
You're telling me that they also can replace where your belly button goes?
Well, depending on the type of tummy tuck, you can get a mini tuck or you can get a regular abdominoplasty, like a traditional one. And yeah, they pull the skin down so much that now they cut out basically your belly button where your navel was. So they just carve you out a new one. Sheesh,
I wonder if anyone ever requests, I want an Audi.
I think it depends on the doctor.
Wow. So you went there.
Why would anybody want that? I mean, no offense to anybody who has one, but.
So your friend that took you there for the consultation, it was a she or a he?
It's a she.
She had work done?
Yes.
Did she have any complications ever?
Yes. She had her breast done twice. The first time she had, I think it's called a capsular something or other, but basically it's when you get breast implants and they put the implants under your muscle, they create a pocket for where the implants are going to sit. Mm-hmm. And hers, the first time, didn't go into the pocket. It kind of slipped out, so she had to go back and get that fixed.
Wow. And she had this fixed at the same doctor that you went to?
No, she went to a different doctor.
Oh.
She had done her breast years and years ago.
Wow.
Like when she was in her 20s, early 20s.
Wow, that's pretty young. Why do you feel that people are getting, or so many people are getting work done on their bodies now?
I think the desire has always been there. I think people have just normalized it now. And there's so much more information, and with social media or just the internet in general, the world has become smaller in the sense like things are reachable. And so you can see what's going on in Texas. You can see what's going on in California. You can see what's going on in office downtown in whatever city that you're in. And the more information that you have, the more confident you feel about making decisions. I think people are, a lot more open to deciding to make the changes, the surgical changes they want to see in their body.
Was it a big price difference doing it the tourism way, going out of the country, as compared to doing it stateside?
It can be. It depends on the doctor. In my situation, yeah, there was a price difference. That was a deciding factor. But a lot of it for me was the look of it. There's hair salons in New York that, I don't know if you know what dry bar is, but dry bar is like a supercut for getting your hair washed and dry.
Yeah.
There's a difference between going to a Dominican hair salon and going to a dry bar. Is there a price difference? Yes, but there's also a styling difference and aesthetics difference. Dominican Republic is more of a black country, and their style and their ideas on what looks good is a lot different than the style of, let's say, like Beverly Hills or New York. That helped me decide as well.
Are you willing to share how much you paid?
Yeah, I can share. Roughly, the surgery was like $6,000.
$6,000
yeah.
altogether?
No, because then there's other expenses, your garment, your overnight nurse, recovery, of course, your flight. I probably spent on just the surgery probably like 10 on just like that week. I probably spent 10,000. But then when I came home, I had to do massages, and again, I had some complications, so I had to pay for that.
You said an overnight nurse. You paid for an overnight nurse in Dominican Republic?
Yes.
So what do? They stay with you in a hotel? You're not in a hospital?
You're in a clinic, so you can choose not to, but you can also pay to have somebody watch you sleep and make sure that you're still breathing and make sure that you're comfortable. I stayed in the clinic the first night, and then afterward, I stayed at a recovery house. Some people stay at hotels. Some people stay at Airbnbs. I just saw on the news not too long ago, there's hotels in Miami who are banning people from staying there because people are dying or getting really sick in the hotels because they're by themselves. You're more likely to hurt yourself if you're by yourself and you don't have that support.
So you get the procedure done. Then you stay at a recovery house?
Yes.
Is it just you? Is it a bunch of people? Are there any physicians here? What type of certification are the people here that are monitoring you?
It depends on the recovery house. So it's really important you do your research. Some recovery houses have nurses, medical assistants. Some doctors have recovery houses, or the surgeon will only let their patients stay at their recovery houses. So you just have to do your research and choose something that you're comfortable with.
Like if you went to DR or wherever you went with your man or your kids, can they come and stay in the recovery house too, or they got to stay separate? Like, how's that? Or it depends on which one.
Yeah, they can. You could, depends on which one. There's options to have a roommate. So you have somebody in there who's also recovering, or you could have your own room, or you and your partner or company or whomever who's joining you can have their own room. It just depends on what you want.
How long was the recovery process for you?
It's still a process. I'm still recovering, technically. I mean, there's different stages of recovery. I wasn't able to fly again until 12 days after my surgery.
So when you say you're still recovering, how long ago did you have this done?
I think like 9 months ago.
And you're still recovering?
9 months?
What still type of recovery are you still going through?
So there's still, for me, there's still swelling. I'm still experiencing soreness in my abdominals. I'm sure internally I'm still recovering. They say up to 1 year. Like at 1 year, everything should be officially healed.
And you're able to engage in the fun activities without feeling pain, or do you feel pain when you're doing things? Or you gotta
I've resumed to my normal life a long time ago. I think I almost forget about it. Maybe at about 6 months, I felt really, really good. But every now and again, if I overdo it, yes, I do feel it.
Oh, wow. Are you out here on Instagram letting them know what it is in your thong, or walking in a see-through negligee, or just across the camera and all that? Out here?
No, I'm not.
Thirst trapping everybody?
No, I'm not. But shout out to anybody who is. It's just not my journey.
We all got a journey, and it seems like yours is quite an interesting one. You seem like you were comfortable originally with your body, but you just wanted to enhance it.
That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what happened, yes.
And you're comfortable with what you did. You're comfortable with your choices. And if you could, would you do it again?
Yes.
All right, well,
I would do it differently, but I would do it again. So I would be a little bit more prepared in terms of aftercare. You can get the surgery done. That's all up to the surgeon. But then how you heal and how you take care of yourself really affects your results. So I would be less independent. I was doing a lot and trying to do a lot by myself, and I would just accept some more support from my friends and family and really take it easy if I could do it again.
Do you know a lot of people that have had this done? A lot of your girlfriends that have had this done?
So many people I know have gotten work done.
Any dudes?
Yes.
Get out. Wait a minute. What?
Yes.
What did the dudes get?
Liposuction.
Really? So a lot of dudes out here getting lipo?
Yep.
Wow.
In the States, I think there's a difference in the amount of fat that can be removed per operation. Which is another reason why people go out the country, because they're more aggressive and they can take out more. So you'd be surprised how many people you know and don't know has had liposuction.
Wow. So dudes that
it can just be a quick thing that you just need a week off, maybe.
I saw Funkmaster Flex was getting some lipo done out there. Saw that.
I don't know where he was, but I saw that he did that too.
Is that the only thing that you know about guys doing out there? I don't know. Are they getting any extensions, or I don't know, calves, some pecs? What else you know about guys doing? I
don't know if anybody personally who's gotten calves or muscles or anything like that. I just know a lot of guys who've gotten liposuction.
Wow. Might have to look into that. You never know.
You never know. So, and like I said, people they feel more confident and comfortable, and it's just really normal now, quote unquote.
Supersize that sex appeal. You mad at it? Well, young lady, I really got to say thank you for sharing your journey of enhancing your look and your comfort level, the pains and the victories that have come with it, and the course. I really appreciate. Any last words? Anything you would like to share with the people about it or your journey?
I would just say to really, if anybody's considering it, really take your time and research and measure your expectations and be prepared for it to go a little bit different than you expected, and just really research. That's my advice.
Thank you. Really appreciate you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for Talkin Sweet with SweetBaby Jay. You can always reach out for your anonymous interview at 669-241-1422. It's always a great day to be me. I hope it's a great day to be you. Thanks for checking in.
That's about it.